What's up, y'all? Brad Cohen here. Welcome back to our channel. Did you just receive one of these in the mail? I did, and man, it hurts. It's that time of the year where we receive reassessment notices from the city and county informing us of our new real estate tax bill for next year. Around this time of year, I often get asked, why did my assessment go up? What can I do about it? And it reopens the question, how does this compare to my home's value? Whether you're a homeowner in Harrisonburg or elsewhere, it's still really important to understand how your assessed value compares to your market value. So let's dive in. What's the difference between assessed value, appraised value, and market value? These terms sometimes sound similar and are often confused with each other, but they play unique roles in the world of real estate. First, let's talk about assessed value, since that's what prompted this video. Assessed value is a valuation placed on a property by the local government for taxation purposes. It's typically lower than the market value and is calculated based on a percentage of the market value. Assessed values are also important for determining your property taxes and are reassessed periodically, which can lead to changes in your tax bill. Like when you receive these around this time of year, you'll receive reassessment notices to notify you of those changes. Sometimes the assessed value goes up, other times the actual tax rate goes up, and sometimes both. And when that happens, it hurts. How are these reassessments determined? It varies. If you apply for a building permit and do any sort of renovations to your property, you can bet that your assessed value is going to change and likely go up. You will also see localities do blanket reassessments to fund capital projects, like that giant new high school in Harrisonburg, or to catch up to market conditions. We saw this in both the city and the county recently because of how much prices ran up over the last 3 years. Although your assessed value is not the same as your market value, which we'll get to in a minute, the assessed value, aka the taxable value, should be a reasonable reflection of the range of market value, hence blanket reassessments. By the way, if you do feel that your assessed value is too high, you can contest it by contacting your locality. You'll need proof showing errors in the property facts or valuation by way of market analysis and appraisal or broker price opinion. Remember, your assessed value is typically lower than your market value. Now, let's move on to the appraised value. This is an estimate value given by a licensed appraiser. It is often required when securing a mortgage, and the appraised value is based on a detailed inspection of the property and an analysis of comparable sales in the area. Lenders use this value to ensure they're not lending more money than the property is actually worth by an independent appraiser. I'll sometimes get calls asking for an appraisal on their home. When this happens, I always try to clarify with the owner whether they truly need an appraisal from a licensed appraiser or they're simply just trying to get an idea of what their property is worth for their own use. You'll typically need a full appraisal if you're refinancing your home, and sometimes if you're trying to get a mortgage insurance removed. You will sometimes need an appraisal done for settling an estate or a divorce as well. The big thing to note here is the use. A market analysis can give you an idea of the property's value, but an appraisal has to be done by a licensed appraiser. For homeowners, the appraised value can sometimes be a wake-up call if it's significantly lower than the expected market value. Lastly, we have market value. This is the price that buyers are willing to pay for a particular property in the current market. It is not a fixed number, but a range that fluctuates based on various factors like the property's condition, location, recent sales of similar properties, and overall economic conditions. For example, a well-maintained home in a desirable Harrisonburg neighborhood might fetch a higher market value than the same house in a less sought-after area. Market value is what we should be talking about when you're thinking about buying or selling. The question we're trying to answer is, what would your house sell for right now? And remember, your home's market value will vary based on the demand for your particular type of home at the time you are looking to sell. While automated value models based on aggregate data like Zestimate are a good guess at market value, the best way to determine market value is to get a comparative market analysis or CMA from a realtor. If you are ever in need of an updated market analysis to determine your market value, always feel free to reach out and we'll get you an accurate idea. In summary, While market value, assessed value, and appraised value can sometimes be close in numbers, they often differ. Market value is what buyers are willing to pay. Assessed value is used for tax purposes by local governments, and appraised value is used by lenders to determine loan amounts. Understanding these differences is the key to making informed decisions in real estate. If you have any questions or you need any assistance in the Harrisonburg real estate market, feel free to contact me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Thanks so much for watching.